always thought of sunflower as God's sweetest disposition, and I think of it as the soil wanted to imitate the sky. And my favorite flower is actually sunflower, and I even stitched this for my art assignment. So I think sunflower is the perfect fix for you when you feel like you are not good enough and you feel like you have done nothing, you feel like very insecure. I think we don't need to be as big as the sun, isn't it, to radiate the same energy. So with that, I'm Riana Jawamiti Musaza from Tree Intellect. Would like to review a book titled Sunflowers from Sarah. So this book is actually a self-help book that includes poems and essays that various regarding Malaysia, politics, women, and positive messages. So this short book consists 179 pages, and it is very powerful and empowering, and the kind of the book that every young girl and women should pick up. The writer's writing style is straight to the point, and probably that is why I feel I could relate to some of essays and poems, and I feel like the poems and essays are just so true. The ideas and the points are just so extraordinary, the way that she forms into the poems and the essays. And so before we get deep into it, so let me introduce who is Sarah Salihai. Nur Sarah Hani Salihai is actually known as scary debater and the girl that speaks faster than bullet train. So there's an iconic figure that she really looking up to for inspiration, which is YB Nur Izanwa Ibrahim. And for the essays, she wrote multiples of essays, and one of my favorite is stereotype. So let me read some of the points in the stereotype essay. So it is a waste both of time and energy because we only teach each other about our differences. We forgot to also include lessons on trying to embrace all our differences and respect one another regardless of everything in between. So because we are in Malaysia, Malaysia is a multiracial country, I believe that we should respect each other. Why don't we focus on the actual method instead of focusing on our differences? And moving on to the second essay, which is boys will always be boys. So my blood boils every time when I heard boys making inappropriate joke and insensitive comments about women. So, and I hate the fact that we should pretend like we didn't hear about it and we didn't hear the comments. We are deaf. There's a sentence in the paragraph as well, like where Sarah Saihan say that, boy, when I say that you should go out and play, it didn't mean that you should go out and make the world as your playground. So I think that this is so relatable, and so I think a lot of women relatable to these issues, regarding these issues. So I believe that everyone is looking forward to this essay. To moving forward to another essay that I like as well, which is Alma Mater, Does It Matter? For extra information, Sarah Salihan is actually was one of the SBP school student, which is Sekolah Sains Seri Puteri Cyberjaya. So I believe that it is every girl's dream to get into that school, isn't it? That school just sounds fancy and just sounds fantastic. Okay, so moving on to the poems. I'm not really like poetic person. I'm not really into poems, but this poem really got me. Which is titled Cheers to Our Bodies, where she talked about we should appreciate our bodies and how we should appreciate it, because we have always been told to hide our bodies, to like, if you are a bit overweight, you should wear oversized baggy or oversized clothes, isn't it? So yeah, we should appreciate our body because everyone's bodies are just so perfect, and no one could change it, and don't listen to anyone and just be yourself. And I think this book is really helpful for me because it boosts my self-esteem and my self-confidence, and it also talk about mental health a little bit. And I also like the illustrations and the drawing. Everything about this book I like because the fonts is not too big and not too thin and not too small. It's just fine. So I really love this book. This is the best book that I have ever read. So please buy this book and read it. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening.